Are
Welcome,
good.
welcome everybody to the solstice service of ISD on Oneonta. And indeed, it is quite a unique astrological time and time on the planet. We are all world servers from all different faith traditions. At ISD, we honor the truth of all spiritual traditions and the oneness that can be found in all of them. And so today we're celebrating the light within, and the light within has been celebrated since time immemorial, and the first caveman made a fire on this planet. These are divine sparks. We are celebrating the physical light and the spiritual light during this season, and especially amazing time as we're all in a planetary vigil, our second winter sheltering in to help everybody on this planet fight the pandemic. We are in a global project to help everybody heal and to avoid this pandemic to become monstrous. We are doing something together. We are sharing the light of our love and our intention to stay home, to stay safe, and to help protect other people's lives that we will never see. This is a huge planetary initiation in realizing that we are one family, no matter what color we are, no matter what gender we are, no matter what country we come from. This is a time to celebrate and acknowledge the divine light in every single human being on the planet. As most of you know, I come from the study, I'm a student of the Edgar Cayce teachings. What does that mean? It means I'm a student of metaphysical Christianity. What does that mean? It means we acknowledge that the light of God is within each of us, and that we turn that light on or off with every thought and every encounter. And here right now, during this unique solstice time, as a planet, we are praying each in our own little spiritual huts. We are keeping the light on around the planet, and you are needed. Every single one of you are needed. You're here at this time, you incarnated, you were called at this time to be born at this time. So forget about woes and worries. Forget about saying things like, oh, I'm so unhappy for the children born at this time, or I'm unhappy for the college students that have to be at home sheltering in at this time. No, everybody came here with a gift at this time to help us get through this vigil. This is a profound vigil that you are each a part of. We are each the morning stars that came and oversee the development of this plane. Each of you have lived and died multiple times, bringing forth truth and beauty and the light that we know is within us and is around us. Whether or not you acknowledge the possibility of reincarnation, or you acknowledge the fact that within just this one lifetime, you are representing your family line in a unique time in history. So be brave. Remember the gift of light and wisdom that's within you, and share that light. Forget about any other gift this season. Share your wisdom no matter your fear. Share your wisdom even though someone's not going to understand you. Be the light for everyone around you right now, especially for yourself. We are in a time of deep soul review, and any inner work you do to clean up your own shadows, to bring forth your light more into the world, this is the time, this is the season to do this. We are telepathic beings. We are star beings. We come from the light. Every great prophet has said that. The great Christian prophet and psychic, Jesus Christ, said that. The great, great gods of war that we've forgotten their names, but around the fires and the campfires for generations, there have been prayers for peace, prayers for a new world, and a reaffirmation that every single one of us is a spiritual warrior, bringing that in. So be brave during this time of season. Choose something to focus your intention on this winter. The Druids, when they were celebrating the solstice, set an intention. What will you be gestating? When the bears go into hibernation, they go into dream time. and they dream their future. What future will we each be dreaming during this second sheltering in and planetary vigil? Each of you is a unique star, a unique child of God. Each of you has a gift that you were meant to bring to your family and to your friends and to the world at this time. Think about what is that gift? What's the mission you came in with? And figure out how you can help at this time from your own particular hermitage. I've asked Connie to talk about the stars as we move into the age of Aquarius, because Connie is an earth being who lives also in the stars. She is one of our great local farmers. She lives with her feet and her being in the land, and her head is in and aware of the stars because she's a farmer. She knows the importance of what the stars just happen in our physical being, but she's also a spiritual being. And so she's aware of what the stars prompt within our spiritual being. And she's aware that the stars were set up by the higher forces to bring rays of light, rays of knowledge into the human condition and help nurture us. Just like the sun nurtures physical growth, all of the stars, as they move, nurture physical and spiritual growth. So we're entering the age of Aquarius together. There are many debates on it, but we are at the dawn of the age of Aquarius. There's great goodness here to share with one another. We can see by the quality of Zoom and communication during this unique time of sheltering in, there's great good and potential here, but there's also mischief and people who want to cause chaos, as we saw today, as people trying to interfere with a simple service celebrating the light and love within us all. We get hecklers coming in. We get hecklers bringing the misuse of sexual language into a sacred service. And this is what we are about. We have to let go of the hecklers, help them come to the light. There's light within them, but they don't see it. They're more about destroying and causing chaos at this time. So stay in the light and the strength of what Jupiter is bringing to us that will help us in that resolve. And these lower forces will fade away and they will join us in the light. And with that, Connie, you're on.
Thank you very much, Story. Story has asked me to discuss some of the particular star alignments that we have in our skies right now, these next few days. Human beings, wherever we live on the blue jewel, all look to the stars for hope, for inspiration, and even, I suspect, for answers. We may not understand them, but still we seek. They help us remember. For the next few nights, the stars are dancing into alignments that we can all make a wish upon. Many years, the winter solstice has significant star alignment events. Just in the last decade, there have been full and new moons, lunar eclipses, the Ursid meteor showers, and of course, the 2012 total solar eclipse of our Milky Way galaxy with the great central sun, which was also the end of the Mayan long count calendar. Even if you're not familiar with astrology and astronomy, know this: we are not alone. Our star brothers and sisters are with us. Each year on the winter solstice, we are gifted. Our sun is only a few degrees away from alignment with the black hole at the center of the Milky Way galaxy. Now, scientifically and physically, black holes are said to have such immense gravitational fields that they pull all matter inside their vortex. Sounds pretty scary, doesn't it? Spiritually, though, perhaps they can be thought of as having additional qualities. You might find value in thinking of our sun's alignment with the void as the great unmanifest of your creator skills, just waiting for you to utilize them to bring any dream you may have into fruition. What is thought to be a violent, destructive force may be anything but. It may be a hidden gift for you if you choose to acknowledge that and accept it. Now, this evening, tomorrow evening, that it has been approaching, perhaps some of you have been watching the sky. Saturn and Jupiter, just general information, reach conjunction every 20 years. They are both very large outer planets with significant gravitational fields that are strong enough that they do influence life on Earth. This year, we have a very unique conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius, as has been alluded to, in that it falls on the winter solstice and is visible to us here on Earth. Look to the southwest in the first hour after sunset as the sky darkens. Near the horizon, the two planets will appear as one, forming one bright light in the universe. The last time this alignment was this close, and it fell on the winter solstice while also being visible, was over 800 years ago. Renee was correct that we did have this alignment on the winter solstice 400 years ago, but it was not visible to humans because it was so close to the sun that we could not see it. So that's what makes this one a once in every 800 years event. At the same time, these next few days, the great dance of the stars is giving us two more conjunctions. The moon is lined up with Neptune in Pisces and the sun pairing with Mercury in Capricorn. Now, conjunctions are momentary suspensions of time, divine pauses, if you will, for the assessment of our choices up to this moment, if we choose. They are characterized as prominent and mutually intensifying, meaning the typical effects of each planet that the conjunction is involved with will be enhanced. However, in a Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, the planets modify each other. Jupiter softening Saturn's challenges, and Saturn balancing Jupiter's great good luck and expansiveness. While Saturn has been right at home in Capricorn, where it's been for 2 years, both planets' passage into Aquarius makes Jupiter much happier, much more able to help us with great good luck and expansion. Saturn will modify Jupiter's easy good fortune. What this means for you is that you will reap what you sow, as has been promised, with this alignment. Rewards may be delayed, but they will not be denied. This alignment also emphasizes right action. And you must decide for yourself what right action means to you. You are a creator with great untapped wisdom available to you, and you truly are your own best guide. On the same evening, the moon is conjunct Neptune in Pisces, strengthening, here's additional assets for you to tie into if you choose. The moon is conjunct Neptune in Pisces, strengthening dream messages and psychic and artistic ability. All at the same time, the sun conjunct Mercury in Capricorn provides great mental clarity and power. what our dear friend Story likes to refer to as divine mind. And we have all had some wonderful examples over the last several years of how divine group mind works for us. One last thing, interesting, the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction has been falling in Earth signs for the last 200 years, with the lone exception of 1980. Now, beginning tomorrow morning at the exact conjunction is at 8:30 our time, it is aligning in air signs for the next 200 years. What this means for us, we're invited to be more expansive in our thinking, dream bigger dreams, shoot for the stars. We may find a way for all of us to soar together, as Story says. We are in group dynamics right now, while still maintaining and celebrating our individual identity. We will certainly all remember this very difficult year, but at its close, these are stars we can all make a wish upon. And I wish you all peace, great good luck, and look to the stars. Thanks.
There you go. Well, thank you, Connie, and we'll continue to talk about the stars and when we do our meet and greet at the end of the service, today. What's important to know about the New Age are two primary things. One is that the access to the higher powers, or what we call the God mind or the wisdom mind, will be more available for everybody. Because of so many of us doing our spiritual work, we've opened the door for the majority of people to also hear higher spiritual dimensions. We hold the light on for others. That's what older souls do. That's what disciples of the light do. Regardless of the name of your God, of your star that you follow that star. The second thing they say about the New Age is that there will be evidence of great global interconnection. Well, we see that through the computers and through the physical devices that are showing us and providing a physical demonstration of our global connection until we get it, that our minds have this connection without the physical paraphernalia. That will be our big, big awakening. That's how your prayers at home can help affect the group mind now. So pray for strength, pray for letting go, pray that everyone brings their wisdom. Pray for wisdom to come in through everybody's higher minds, regardless of political parties and countries at this time. It's going to be a shaky time. We are in birth pangs. So expect greatness and pray that the greatness of the internet has a part to play. Pray that wisdom prevails through the use of these technologies. That's the best thing that we can do at the planet right now because we're relying on them. So don't let the lower forces hijack your mind at this point. Be strong disciples. Determine who's going to use your mind, you and your wisdom, or the lower forces that tried to pervade and get into this ceremony today. We're not scary. We're bringing love and wisdom. We are bringing love and wisdom in, and that's what we're meant to do. So the other connection is there will be great resources at this time, great confusion, but access to the fifth kingdom, acknowledgement of the fifth kingdom is going to be greater and greater. So the extent of the confusion, also realize the extent of the resources that are available. The most important thing that you can do is commune with Jupiter, and commune and go into meditation every day for a few moments of silent meditation in the light of your own mind, which is that connection to your God mind, to your star mind. a few minutes of meditating in silence each day, going for true communion with your soul mind is the best thing you can do for everybody this season. You will be bringing in the vibration of your soul in the time of Aquarius. That's what you need to be doing. And that's why when Sue, our pastor Sue, moved on, she said to Diana, it's not about doing all the spiritual exercises. Right now, it's about holding the light. We are holding the light for one another at this time. So be brave enough to do that. And the promises are that group mind will win. That's the promise of Saturn, helps make rules. Jupiter wants expansion. We are in a time where all the political structures around the planet are being questioned to the good, because we want liberty and justice for everybody. We don't want anybody living in the slavery of the old world. So bring that light into your life, bring it into the places where you enslave yourself in your mind. That's part of what the Druids also did, and also the early Christians. Letting go of the past is part of moving into the future. Letting go of the trauma of the past is part of moving into the future. So remember that, it's okay. Acknowledge your sins, acknowledge your mistakes, let them go and create a new you as you go forward into this time. Because we have a gift of constantly being able to resurrect ourselves. So let us help that we do that together during this time and be light for one another. So what light will you bring into your family and friends this season? And what dreams will you be dreaming during dream time? And may they be a dream where all of us live in peace, where we're brave spiritual warriors, where we fight for the good of everyone. And we don't put down our swords of wisdom until the job is done, until we bring in the Age of Aquarius. So with that being said, I pass the mic back to Renee.